And Europe is facing a major energy crisis after Russia reduced gas supplies following its attack on Ukraine. That has made the cost of energy skyrocket just as the weather is about to turn cooler. Russian gas supplier Gazprom warned that prices in the UK could rise above the record-breaking $4,000 per thousand cubic meters this winter. In Germany, energy prices increased by more than 35% over last year. For more on this, political analyst Shahida Edwards-Dashti joins us from London. All right, Shahida, we've been seeing that it's possible that what consumers pay could rise 80%. Is that really true?
Yeah, absolutely. That is the current situation here in the United Kingdom. What we're seeing now is energy bills are set to skyrocket to £3,549. That is actually £2,000 more than what we paid last year and represents 80% increase. Now, financially, that's huge. Emotionally, that is even huger, particularly because the levels of stress people are going through is off the roof, out of the off the scales, because what we're seeing now is people are having to make serious decisions between eating and heating. Now, they may not even be able to do either because of this cost of living crisis that is fundamentally fueled by these energy prices rising and rising year on year. In 2023, these could even reach £4,000.
You know what? We've been seeing this movement called Don't Pay UK, which is urging people to just not pay their energy bills. Who's behind that? Is it gaining support? And what would that mean? Won't that mean that everybody's gas and electricity would just be cut off?
Well, fundamentally, you don't necessarily want to see people ever being cut off. That would be an absolutely devastating moment in time. But it really just goes to show how desperate people are, simply that they don't have the money to pay for all of these bills. Because, yes, the government says that wages are increasing, but when you place that in line with inflation, it actually represents a pay cut. So people are making these decisions saying they simply will not pay for it. But that's not actually a long-term solution. That seems to be almost like people are taking matters into their own hands to try and get a quick fix. But this boils down to the government policies. And really what we should be seeing is that these big corporations are actually taxed, because right now they are not being taxed. There needs to be a windfall tax on these bigger corporations that are actually experiencing huge profits in this moment in time when everyday people are suffering and suffering, and it's only set to get worse. So I can understand why people are now almost refusing to pay entirely, but that is a quick fix. It's not a long-term solution.
Right, and also we've been disturbingly hearing UK officials warn that this is the kind of crisis in which people could die from not being able to afford to heat their homes.
That is no exaggeration. As I say, there is a serious decision to be made between eating and heating, and now many people are saying they can't afford to do either. What we're seeing especially, though, is those previously comfortable are now becoming very uncomfortable in their financial situation. So middle earners, those that are really earning even £45,000 a year, which is a very decent pay here in the United Kingdom, they will also be struggling in the months to come because of how much we are seeing a leap in all of these energy bills. So those at the lower end, those lower income families, they're really going to suffer. When people say that this is a matter of life and death, it's no exaggeration.
All right, Shahida Edwards-Dashti, thanks for putting that into perspective for us.